So yeah, I've just got to get going, and it seems like the audio and everything's working. But again, as always, I'll check because sometimes it just isn't. And I do have two screens, so I could monitor it elsewhere. But there you go. It tells me I'm live. Everything's working. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Water with Chloe in the afternoon. A very slow start to the day today. Um, we had like a we were up late the other night watching Hunter x Hunter, finishing that off, and then we passed out last night, super early, like 8 p.m. And then I can't really do that, so I wake up at like midnight again, and I'm just up. So I was up till very early in the morning, just doom scrolling and whatnot, and so I just slept in a little bit. Tried to watch some the ZK podcast series on YouTube. I'm going through one about like lookup tables currently. Very like informational video, but it's taken me a couple days to get through it. It's only a 57-minute video. Um, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. It's Christmas time. It's December. Lots going on. Graham Graham's Antiguan burial is on Monday. I'm pretty sure 19th of December. And so still kind of going through all that stuff. So we had the Canadian funeral or like visitation service thing a week or so ago. So it's just been 2022 honestly has just been the year of Gram Grams. She had her stroke very early in January, like the first Saturday or first Sunday in January, because we were over there for New Year's, and then she passed in early December, I guess. So pretty much the whole year was taking care of her, which was really cool actually. Be able to spend so much time with her before she passed. Not everyone gets to do that. But now that she has passed, 2023, I guess trying to figure out what that looks like. We had a lot of plans for 2022. They didn't necessarily get accomplished in the same way we thought they would. But it's pretty cool. We're kind of going out with a bang with Marma JCon in January and kind of starting. And I like how it's in January because, again, we're starting off 2023 with something new, something fresh. And I'm pretty excited for like what that means for the Marma J Foundation in Antigua. So speaking of that, so hey, as I said, Chloe here, co-founder of the Marma J Foundation, which is a nonprofit situated in Canada. I know I talk a lot about Antigua, I suppose, but we were hoping to actually set up an organization in Antigua very soon. I guess in 2023, just with the timelines of things. And the idea is to continue using the Marma J Foundation in Canada to support educational efforts in the Web3 space. But more specifically, with the Antiguan organization, would be trying to set up, like, having an organization that helps set up other groups that are actually building tools, like open source tools, for specifically Caribbean, projects. But that's the idea, at least. And so we'll see where we get to on that. So for this, I know my intro, I actually can't see anything because my display sometimes decides to switch. I have to like go to my display settings and gosh, uh, there. It's easier on my like. There you go. There we go. Once they switch back, it's totally fine. Boom, boom. So, and it looks really small today. So I am going to zoom in here, even though it's probably way too big. That's fine. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? I messed something up in my display settings, and now I can't get to my other display. Ugh. They should still both work. Why are you doing this to me? Did I screw up my display right before streaming? That's not as fun. That's not what I want. Oh no. Now I really broke it. Oh no. Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Please go back to use as stop mirroring. Oh no, it did it again. My gosh. This is a lot. And it did it again. Okay. Sorry, not that. I would just start playing with things. Oops. So we'll go back to mirroring it, then it'll show up here because it's mirrored. The settings at least. And then this one, use as no! Okay, sorry. Let's do that again. Oh my gosh. This is the struggles of not using my Linux laptop for the streaming anymore. Okay, let's try this again. Arrange. Wait, okay. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Oh, because they're mirrored. This is wild. Right? Like, use as main display or stop mirroring. This one, mirror or stop mirroring. There, oh! Yes! Finally! Something normal. Thank you. This is the main display. This is the mirror. And now I can stop mirroring. Oh my gosh. No. No. This is the worst. Use a section display. Display settings are going to go over there. Today is just not my day. This is just becoming one of those things. So, mirror. I don't even know what people are seeing on the actuals. It probably looks totally. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's mirrored. I'm going to have to just unplug and replug the screen or something like that. It's probably the simplest way at this point. Why did I do this? Just take the output totally out. Alright. Put it completely back in, and it's broken again. Maybe it wasn't long enough. Use a separate display. And then if I unplug this, I should get my display right here. Perfect. Now, why does it do this? Display settings. Displays. Nothing. And then for some reason, if I plug in my other display, which I might just not be able to today, maybe I'll just have to keep going and use my phone as my only. Yep, this is just not. Just. No matter what I do, it will. Now it's not even showing me the displays. I gotta just restart my computer. So, for now, because it seems like I'm still live and I'm just showing nothing, and I'm trying to salvage at least 30 minutes of a stream. And I don't know why this is doing all this. We're gonna swap this down. No displays are showing. That's fine. This is my display. We'll close. What was the whole point of this? I think I was just trying to have my toolbar just properly. Anyways, that was a lot of wasted time. But let's get started. So, I'm not even going to do an intro past that because I've been live for like at least 10 minutes doing nothing. But for week 4, I'm currently going through AEADs, so specifically using hash functions and Macs together. Again, talking about secure channels, like TLS specifically. Went through a few articles over the wiki this week so far already, and kind of streamed through them, like what happens in a TLS handshake, how does SSL work, went over transport layer security in Wikipedia. There's some crypto libraries. I didn't actually stream any of the libraries, but again, they're right here. So uncloak.org, you can kind of just go through it yourself, so I don't have to kind of dig through that too much. Then there's this optional reading paper, which introduced authenticated encryption as a primitive, which is pretty cool. It's like, again, the history of what's happening here. And so there's also some exercises, which I kind of did an intro of. I did not get that deep into them. The second question I did try and fully answer, at least to the best of my ability. This question here, I didn't do the full math for it. For me, it takes a long time to actually get set up to do some math, like whether it's on my whiteboard or whatever else. So I do want to start getting to that more. I think. Oh, I guess you're only sending one, so sending C. But I did make some notes about what the answers would be. Specifically for this article, though. So there's an analysis of generic composition, which we're going through now. Specifically, what's this here? Why are all these gone? I must have done something to my notes. Let me fix that real quick. We assume the encryption scheme meets the weakest notion of privacy, mainly indistinguishability, and then chosen plain text attack. From a chosen plain text attacker. That's the power of the attacker, I guess. We assume what is the MA scheme again here? MAC, I'm assuming. Yeah, the authentication scheme. The MA scheme meets the notion of unforgeability under chosen message attack. Okay, we consider both a weak and a strong version of this notion. Standard constructs such as HMAC and CBC MAC. So I guess like hash MAC and then like CBC, like counter block chaining MAC meet both. We want to compose, and there's a little graph here, which I did not go through. So this is kind of where I was last time, and there's more math. And so I think all I'm going to be doing for this stream is literally going through this figure 2, trying to work my brain through like the math. Actually looks pretty straightforward for most of this, just definitions. But anyways, so they're trying to talk about how they're composing the encryption plus the MAC, and like how secure it's going to be and what are the relations between them. So to me, honestly, quite confusing to even wrap my head around that. But they're talking about, okay, first, so if you encrypt and MAC, MAC then encrypt, and encrypt then MAC, those are the different compositions, different ways in which you can, have an AEAD, so encryption and authentication in one kind of function. And here, these look the same. I don't know why it's doubled. Encrypt and MAC. Okay, summary of the results, a function of mathematical schemes. The given encryption scheme is assumed to be indistinguishable from a chosen plaintext attack for both tables, while the given MAC is assumed to be, okay, so the difference is weak, unforgeable for the top, okay, and strongly unforgeable for the bottom. So that was kind of when they said, I guess, standard constructs meet both the weak and strong notion. Maybe, and then this one does not let me just copy and paste the table, sadly, which is all right. But I do want to, I feel like this is the whole point of like the entire paper, like understanding this stuff. So we'll see. So where does it differ, I think, is the most important stuff. So here, seems like no matter what you do, encrypt in Mac, Mac then encrypt, encrypt then Mac, for both privacy and integrity. So privacy is the encryption, integrity is the macking part. Um, for it's the same for indistinguishability for chosen plaintext attack. That's what I say it meets both notions. Or because insecure for encrypt and Mac, but secure for encrypt and Mac, secure for, and secure all the way here too. And the same for both. Seems like the main area where you get secure all the way through is if you have strong unforgeable for the bottom table and you encrypt then Mac, you get strongest privacy, strongest security, integrity. Indistinguishability. What is NM again? NM. Non-malleability. Whether under chosen plain text or chosen ciphertext attacks, it doesn't matter. So it just goes for chosen plain text. Does not imply any type of okay, that's fine. Okay, and then I guess here they try to actually explain what they just said in the table. So let's see if we can go through this math for a 25 minutes until the Argentina Croatia game. So, and I have a meeting at the exact same time at 2. So the given encryption and message authentication schemes to create an authenticated encryption scheme meeting either integrity, yes. Integrity of the ciphertext and indistinguishability from a chosen plaintext attacker, or oh my gosh, I just said it. Integrity of the plaintext. So integrity of the plaintext and the ciphertext. Integrity of the plaintext or the integrity of ciphertext or plaintext. Anyways. Below are the composition methods we consider. I'm just trying to make sure I can say this stuff out loud. We call them generic because the algorithms of the authenticating encryption scheme appeal to the given ones as black boxes only. In each case, the key for the encryption is and the message key is the key for the message authentication. We stress that these keys are independently chosen. So don't use the same key for both encryption and for the message. Mika's calling for me. So this is, I guess, like the most important part, I suppose. So just definitions of the 3 of these. I'll fix the latex in a second. And I like how they attack. I love reading papers because all the papers that explain what's going on are attached. So, we'll go to the bottom after and see. Or I won't be able to do it on the stream, but later on when I'm reading the paper, I'll continue on and see if any of the other papers are that interesting. So basically, for encrypt and Mac, which they're going to denote as E and M. Whoops, what did I do? It doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. Oh, it's doing the M's that it's choosing. Does it like that at least? No. Like that? No. No. It just doesn't like it. Oh, it's so frustrating. This looks like just maybe I'll just Oops. This should at least work. It might not be perfect, but for now, without wasting too much more time. Oh my gosh, no. Why? Why are you highlighted yellow? Because you're in brackets. I'm assuming. Alright, which means, no, what? Okay, now I'm actually confused. What? It's the and sign? Today is just not my day. So if I do EM, it's fine. But it doesn't like the and, so I have to do that. And it should be fine. Thank you. Fine. And then, at least I figured it out. There we go. So E and M is going to be, ooh, little top hat thing. How do I do that again? Darn it. It's going to be top hat. Just how do I do the little chapeau? Darn it. I'm a very bad drawer. Okay. That's a bar. This is too much. Am I gonna have to just look it up? See, this is where Google helps more sometimes. My drawing skills aren't that great. Let's see if I can draw better. It's just a bar, honestly. So maybe I can just draw a bar. Oh my gosh, my bar is not straight. It should give me like something to put in the bar. Like, I could just Google it. Yeah, it's like the first thing on Google. Ooh, bar or overline. Let's try bar. Oops, it's up here. Oh gosh, it's a long one. There's nothing in the middle, so it goes all the way through. And then we have bar. I think I have to wrap it. Yeah. In the E, I'm assuming. No, it's overline. I also want to try bar first because bar was ugly. Overline will look prettier. Yeah, there we go. So E, and then the K, the key for the encryption concatenated with, I don't know why there's not a K there. Let's remove that K, but it's the key for the message with the, is that macked? Yes. Is that the tag then? I'll read it after. But equals the encryption on the key with the encryption key again with the MAC concatenated with, okay, but the tag which is the key to the message on the message. Okay, so let's just do that. Namely, encrypt the plain text, encryption of, and append a MAC of the plain text. Decrypt and verify is performed by first decrypting to get the plain text and then verifying the tag. The transport layer of SSH uses a variant of this method. So let me explain it more here. Okay, let's just. I feel like this is what the textbook had clearer explanations potentially, but this is still helpful. Okay, so I will need to. That one's a little easier, I guess. I don't know why I don't just do the whole thing with the equal sign, but so Mac then encrypt. So I think it's also easier if you see that you like look at the differences between them. So you're starting off the same, and I do need to do my overline. And it's I'm not even seeing what's different. What? Is that a typo? I'm so confused right now. There's only one bracket on this side. Is that just gonna come? Okay, it's fine. It's a typo. It's not a big deal. I think, unless I'm just like blind. I feel tired today. No, it's. Yeah, no, it's correct. There you go. Now I understand. Haha. See? I'm not going crazy. It is different. So that's where it's different. So here you're encrypting with the MAC, concatenate with the tag. Here you're encrypting the entire thing. Okay. Yes. Makes sense. MAC then encrypt. We'll get there. Concatenated with the key for the message, and the MAC is the encryption of the key. Concatenated with the key to the message, and the message. So it's a bit easier to see here. So namely, append a MAC to the plain text. Right? So maybe they do mean this M to be the message. It's kind of, but anyways. And then encrypt them together. So you're encrypting that plus the tag. So you're appending the MAC. So this is, okay, they're using this as the message and this for the MAC. Anyways, encrypt, the encryption of the message, concatenated. Okay, yes, very clear. Well, after reading it like 3 times, even though I've already read through it a bunch more times. So, decrypt and verify is performed by first decrypting to get the plain text and candidate tag, and then verifying the tag. So here, You verify, you decrypt to get both pieces of data because they're both encrypted. Here, you're decrypting to get the message, and then you authenticate it against the tag after. Like verify the tag is correct, I guess, that you've gotten. Okay, and then for Mac, then encrypt. So you're gonna check authenticity and then hide things. So it's, yeah, encrypt, then Mac. Did I just say Mac, then encrypt? I think I did. Yeah, I meant it says encrypt, then Mac. I'm not my day. It's all good. We'll get through this at least. This is all actually quite straightforward, to be fair. But still, writing it out, practicing my latex, never a dull moment. I don't know why it does K for double bars, like concatenation. Oh, maybe like K can. That doesn't make any sense. So the message key with the message. So encrypt the. Okay. Use the encryption key. Concatenated with the what? That doesn't seem. Okay, never mind. And equals the ciphertext. Concatenated with the tag. Ciphertext concatenated with the tag, which is the key for the message, and the ciphertext. And this is a little extra one. And then again, this is why in the homework there were these 3 examples, right? I'm trying to justify, the correct answer here, and then I'm going to, go back and do the answers later. Oh, interesting. Okay, lots of stuff going on. Is the encryption. Okay, so. Namely, encrypt the plain text to get a ciphertext C. Where are we? Encrypt the plain text, the message, to get a ciphertext C, and append a MAC of the ciphertext. And C is an encryption using K, the message. And I guess you can concatenate so that you don't give away the key. You don't have. So this is actually making me need to go back to the homework and see how it relates to the question. So here, yeah. Ooh, maybe it's not. Tag is the MAC on the message, and the ciphertext is the encryption in the message. I need to spend way more time looking at this. This is not going to happen in the next 30 seconds. I just wanted to look at it. Okay, back to the notes. That doesn't look correct. Here we go. Ciphertext C and append a MAC of C. Decrypt and verify is performed by first verifying the tag. Okay. Okay, so encrypt then Mac. So you have to verify it first because if you've encrypted then Macked it, so you're checking to see if the jumbled up piece of data matches the tag on that data. Yeah, so the tag is the tag is from the the key of the message on the ciphertext on the encryption. That's interesting. Okay. So verifying the tag, and then if the tag is correct, you know that C should be correct, and then you can use the key to decrypt. And then you can see how encrypt then Mac. Oh, and I guess that's why it's secure. Because you check the tag on the ciphertext, so it doesn't give it anything away about the plain text when you're checking. And you just, I guess, fail, like, or whatever, if it doesn't work. Okay, oops, I didn't do my bar. Overline, I should say. Make sure my notes are correct. Looks correct. And then just here, this little E thingy with the bar over it is the encryption algorithm of the authenticated encryption, while the decrypt and verify, which is like the decryption, but it's going to also verify, so it has to do with the Mac as well, specifies the decryption with D over print. Yeah, so this is like that part where here, where it will just kind of like a special symbol saying that like the Mac is incorrect, which is why it doesn't like give any data around about the plain text here, because you're only checking the Mac against the ciphertext. Makes sense. So overline here E overline. I don't know what I did. Oh, that's what I did. Boom, boom. Okay, so security results. Figure 2 summarizes security results for the 3 composite authenticated encryption schemes. We omit non-malleability, chosen ciphertext attacks, and it's equivalent to indistinguishability, non-malleability, indistinguishability, chosen ciphertext attack. The top table of the figures shows the results, assuming that the base Mac is weakly. Yes, okay. And then, yeah, they said that already. Strongly unforgeable, weakly unforgeable, chosen. Wait. Maybe just Mac? C Mac. What's CMA? My gosh. So don't give me new symbols to memorize without defining them clearly. That's the first time I saw CMA. Whatever. Strongly unforgeable, weakly unforgeable was kind of the main points. It should be computationally infeasible for the adversary to find a message pair in which the message is new, even after a chosen message attack. Okay, then it just defines them regardless. So, chosen message attack. Chosen. Okay, I'm gonna take the whole thing because I will forget that later. So this is the standard notion, and then you have strongly unforgeable requires that it be computationally infeasible for the adversary to find a new message pair. What? Even after a chosen message attack. The message does not have to be new as long as the output tag was not previously attached to this message by legitimate parties. Okay, that confuses the... Okay, let's see. Secure, the composite encryption scheme in question is proven to meet the security requirement in question, assuming only that the base encryption scheme is indistinguishability, chosen plain text attack secure, and the base, MA something attack. I just said that. The base message attack scheme is weak or strong, as the case may be, unforgeable under chosen message attack. Insecure, there's some indistinguishability, chosen plain text attack secure symmetric encryption, and some weakly unforgeable chosen message attack or secure unforgeable chosen message attack. Message attack. I'm not sure if MA is message attack. I can't remember anymore. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, message authentication. Exactly. It's not message attack. Message authentication. They just don't write it like that all the time. The message authentication scheme is weakly or strongly insecure. There exists some independently secure symmetric encryption and some weakly unforgeable. Chosen. Oh my gosh. Chosen message attack or strongly unforgeable chosen message attack message authentication scheme such that the composite scheme based on them does not meet the security requirements in question. In section 4, we justify the above claims. Okay, so I'm going to take this down. I'm not going to get to do the note right now, but I do think this is like a pretty I'm probably going to do like mini headings for these. And just do like one for each. I will stop here. The game is on, and I have a meeting that I'm supposed to be on if I can. And I need to go through this more. Where was it? Yeah. I mean, I don't get. It says weakly unforgeable is the second notion. It should be computationally infeasible. Okay, for the adversary to find a message tag pair, makes sense, in which the message is new. That makes sense, I guess. Okay, even after a chosen message attack. Okay, computationally infeasible for the adversary to find a a new message tag pair, define a new message tag pair, in which the message is new. And this is like, so it doesn't have to be a new message. So this is the main difference. So I always going to take this note down, but oh, I didn't even take the strong one down yet. Ugh. And then I'll finish off here. This is the part that was confusing the crap out of me, so I'll make sure I take that down. And now let's do that, and then now what I meant to do. The message does not have to be new, as long as the output tag was not previously attached to this message by legitimate parties. I think actually I understand this one. I don't really understand so much the new aspect to it. But, seems like once you find a pre-image, you're done. But maybe they're like, oh, it has to be a specific one. Anyways, I'm going to end it off there. Got things to do, late for meetings, but do